Hello, foolish mortals. Welcome to the haunted... I'm kidding. Hit the live button on that phone too. Let's get this thing percolating to talk about some Disney World stuff. It's counting it down and... Oh, something just buzzed.
Told me that we were live.
Something buzzed down. Okay. We are live on the YouTube and on the...
TikTok.
Yes.
That is what it's called.
Okay. We're glad to see y'all tonight. We just got back from our first Halloween Disney trip of the year because it was the first Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party.
Lots of fun.
My God, at this noise.
I don't hear a lot of noise.
I'm going to turn this down.
I think you turned it up because of Joanna.
Is it down or up? It's off. Okay. I think we're good.
My bad. Okay.
So, we just got back. This time last week, we were at Magic Kingdom getting ready for the Starlight Parade or riding something, or I don't know what we're doing. Dawn was mad because we wasn't at the front of the Starlight Parade in a few minutes. We left last Thursday morning. Let me just give you the whole trip rundown. There was good and there was bad.
We were tired.
It was one of the roughest as far as running goes. So, maybe I'll wait a minute until a few people jump on here. But, we've got a few people on. We're going to talk about our trip that we just got back from. It was a quick do everything and see the Mickey's Not So Scary parade.
In just a couple of days.
Or party in just a couple of days. We'll be back in October to do it again.
I'm excited.
But for a lot more days than this past time. So what we did, we last Thursday flew out of Greenville, which is our local airport, and it worked out. But that morning, first of all, I like flying out at 5:30 in the morning.
Me too.
But there's absolutely no way to sleep the night before. Because twice now we've done that recently. And I'll get in the bed at like 6 or 7 and be like...
Wide awake.
Even if I could just lay there for an hour, maybe I'll fall asleep. No, I'm not going to fall asleep. So I'm wide awake. So I dozed off for like maybe an hour. Woke up wide awake. Dozed off for like another hour. We had to get up at like 3:30. Or had to leave at 3:30. So we get up at like 3. Get ready real quick. And it starts raining. I mean, the bottom fell out.
It was pouring.
It was like bad. Drove all the way to Greenville in that mess. But luckily it's 3:30 in the morning and there wasn't a soul inside. The opposite. But anyway, let's see. Just stumbled. Yeah. There is no... Even if we were not having to get up until 7 or 8 or 9 o'clock, I would probably be up thinking like, did I pack this or did I do this or do that?
His mind just doesn't shut off.
But knowing that I got to get up at 3...
Maybe we need to buy some melatonin.
I don't know.
But we're just excited.
Yeah. The excitement is in the air. But I'm also like, dang it.
Go to sleep.
Yeah.
Go to sleep.
Anyway, we get to Greenville. The plane takes off late. And then we like kind of sit on the taxiway for not a long time, but a little while. And I'm watching my watch like, this is going to be tight. So it's only like from wheels up to wheels down, like 20 minutes, something or whatever from Greenville to Atlanta. We had to switch planes that morning, or the only direct flight is on Friday and Monday from Greenville to Orlando, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Let's see. The thing's moving so quick I can't read.
It is moving fast.
So I'm gonna finish the story. So anyway, I'm getting nervous, but I'm like, we can still make this. About halfway there, it gives me the text of, we see that your flight's running late. We want to move you to another flight and all this. And I was like, I was watching the time and I thought, we can still make it if we can land and they get us to the gate and we run. So I declined the thing and I was like, we're gonna try this.
We're gonna do this.
We land. Then they do the whole, we gotta wait for a jet bridge to get, or the whatever crew to bring in the jet bridge thing for you to get off the plane. And I'm like, crap. So sure enough, I'm still thinking we can make it. We get off the plane. We have to take the stroller for Joanna. The stroller's there. We grab it. But at Atlanta, if you're familiar with Atlanta at all, I do like it but you go downstairs, you get on the plane train, it takes you to the different terminals. We had to go from like D to B or A or something. So we get on that, do the whole thing. Well, it also notified me that our flight was like 5 or 10 minutes, going to be 5 or 10 minutes early taking off the next one. And I was like, this ain't helping us at all. Mm-mm. And I ain't kidding you.
We were running.
We got off that plane train, went up the thing, and ran at about 70% speed.
19.
Down the thing. The dang plane is still sitting there, but they didn't close the door, so of course they can't reopen it or whatever. And I mean, I think by like 2 minutes we missed this plane. And I was like, dang it. And I knew it wasn't the end of the world because it's like 6 something in the morning. Yes. But my original plan I knew was going to change. So anyway, we go to the Delta desk. Basically, there's another plane, thank God, about an hour later, and they had seats. So by the time we went to the Delta desk, we didn't have to wait. That was good. They gave us the thing, told us go back to the plane train, go to whatever it was, B, I think, or something. By the time we get there, it's almost time to board it. So we didn't waste a lot of time. So we get there on that plane fairly uneventfully, I guess. Let me think. We do our usual Uber. So here's the next part of the story. So now, the whole time we flying and driving, y'all know me if you watch this. I've got a massive Trello board of each trip, and I mean it's by the hour, minute, second, whatever. So I'm like, all right, this is going to be an hour later, and this is going to change this, that, and the other. There was a lot of traffic, so the Uber took a little longer than I was expecting, like it normally would. So finally, I was like, you know what? We were originally going to run to Animal Kingdom first and be there pretty early, and then come back to Disney Springs. We're staying at Saratoga, and luckily they put us in Congress Park. And it was like 2 or 3 minutes to just walk right to Disney Springs. That was super nice. That's where I would want to stay again if we went to Saratoga. We'll talk more about that in a minute. This might be a long one. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go to Animal Kingdom after we eat, and then we can flip to Magic Kingdom because that night we wanted to see the Starlight Parade that we hadn't seen yet. So that worked out perfect. Well, it didn't work out perfect. Uber can't speak English hardly. You know what I mean? And that's fine. I don't care. Lyft is what it was. And Lyft on the app let me choose which section of Saratoga Springs I wanted to go to. And I chose Congress Park. Well, about 5 minutes into the trip, it flips from Congress Park to something on the other, I forget what section, but on the complete other side of the resort. And I told the guy, I said, listen, for some reason this thing's not saying Congress Park anymore. That's where we need to go. And he's like, change it in the app. And I said, I'm currently trying to, but it's not letting me. So I'm on there just clicking everything. It will not let me change it to Congress Park. So I just tell the guy, hey, look, I'm showing you, it will not let me change it. It's at the same resort. It's not like you have to drive anywhere different.
We'll just follow directions.
We don't want to go to wherever. We want to go to Congress Park. So we pull in, and I knew very little about Saratoga Springs, but I knew the thing was wanting us to pull in and take a right. We needed to pull in and keep going straight. So he just goes straight for a second and pulls in. I'm like, no, this is not Congress Park. This is something else. I can't remember, the paddock or something. Yeah. So then he's like, no, we need to go over here. And I'm like, well, if you know this place, let's go. So then he takes us 1.3 or something, or 7 miles, 1.7 miles down on the other end, going toward the Treehouse Villas. And basically, I'm over it. So I'm just like, just let us out of the car. We will figure it out. So we get out of the car, and the whole time you can tell he's like,
are you okay? Are good?
And I'm like, I done told him like 14 times, we need to go to Congress Park, not wherever you brought us to. But he don't understand. So anyway, we start flagging down random people. We flagged down some guy that was like maybe over housekeeping or something, and he was like, I can radio in for Bell Services. Well, there was a Bell Services golf cart there, but nobody was in it. Yeah, so we kind of went to that. We had all our bags and stuff. Thank God, I put in his name was Bruce, right? I put in a cast compliment for him, but he comes out, we tell him the thing, and he's like, don't worry at all. I'm going to get you where you need to go. Mm-hmm. So he loads up all our stuff. We stop by the main thing. He gets our Walmart order and our owner's lockers, and then he takes us to our thing and helps us take it in. Super nice guy. And it took, even on the golf cart, was like
It was a long
5-6 minute ride from where we were at. And
there's
anyway,
a huge lake separating everything, and you can't go.
Yeah. So, thank God for Bruce. And then
Thank God for Bruce.
We get in there, we don't like unpack, but we get some of our stuff out and chill for a minute. We go to Chef Art Smith's homecoming. I had planned that. We love that place. I love the boathouse more, but I thought Dawn's mama went with us, and I thought she would like homecoming better than the boathouse. So we go there. We knew now you can get 2 of those chicken plates or whatever and split it for 4 people, because we all got one like the last visit, and we were like, oh my God. And then, after 4 rounds of explosive diarrhea, we learned that we don't need to eat 12 pounds of chicken each person.
Fried chicken.
Yeah. So anyway, we go there. I just found out by like 2 or 3 days we missed the dang Halloween pictures at Disney Springs. But if you go, I never knew about this until we were walking around. And I've seen one other person mention it on a video now. It was Jackie. She's the one I seen it yesterday. But now they got, if you at Disney Springs and you go into the right side of the co-op building, there's a photo pass area. And there's like 3 different setups. Well, now it's pumpkins and Halloween stuff.
Aww.
But anyway, we went in there, took some pictures.
They were so cute, though.
Because we got the photo pass stuff. And I was just looking at who else popping up. We went to the pen store. I was really wanting to try to maybe collect the Pumpkin Pal pens, but everywhere's out of them. And as much as I have enjoyed our pen collecting, and as much as we go to Disney World, if they're going to be out of them every single time, I don't want to collect them. No. And I know that just makes them more rare. But with the ducks, which they were not out of, it still took us, 3 visits of buying a bunch of packs each time to get the whole collection. Get all of them. Yeah. So it's a lot. The Pumpkin Pals have already struck out because, yes, we'll be back for Halloween, but if I know it's going to take several visits to get this kit, and I don't, we get into Christmas time, I'm not going to be buying Pumpkin Pals. I messed up and the pens in. Their own property has got them, and they did the Pumpkin Pals. Nobody had them. Disney Springs, Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood. Nobody's got them. So anyway, we went back to the room, kind of unloaded or unpacked our stuff after we ate and walked around Disney Springs for a minute. Went to Animal Kingdom, stayed for 2-ish hours. We did. I had a Lightning Lane. Luckily, I got to move it for Flight of Passage, and then we wanted to go into the Boneyard. One last time. Because it's closing here shortly in a few weeks. And Joanna put a heart in the sand and was telling it she loved it and all that. And I videoed it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to squall right here. Because we got pictures and video of her from 2022. And she was in there just having a ball because dinosaurs are her thing and still are. But anyway, we did that. Then we made a lap. We got a Dole Whip. It started drizzling rain then. We saw the Festival of the Lion King because I wanted your mom to see that.
My mom loved it.
So then we went to Magic Kingdom for the Starlight Parade. What did we eat that night? Harbor House? We ate Harbor House. I really like Columbia Harbor House, but what I did not think about, and we're going to talk about in a minute, was we did the tour the next day, the behind-the-scenes tour, and they feed us at the Harbor House. So I had the same thing
twice
for dinner and lunch, but it was fine.
It was okay.
But anyway, so we go there, see the... I had a Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Lightning Lane. We did that. What else did we do? We ate, and then the parade, the first time for the parade came around.
There was nowhere.
Yeah, there was absolutely... I thought in Frontierland maybe that we could sneak in somewhere. No, because that's where that parade ends at.
We kind of got stuck for the first one.
We got stuck right past the cheeseburger spring roll cart.
Yeah.
Well, we got to see it, but not from work, not good at all. So then we did the fireworks, where there was an incident. Joanna was watching it and having a good time, and I was like, "Do you want to step up in front of me, and hold your hands up, and I'm gonna take a picture of you when a big firework goes off?" And she's like, "Sure." Well, she just bolts, and we're like, "Is she gonna stop?" Well, she didn't. So Dawn hollers, "Joanna!" What freaks her out? It scares her because you hollered at her so loud. She turns around and freaked out and starts running back toward us and steps in the freaking train track, and down she goes. And I'm thinking,
I really thought she had hurt herself.
She landed on her arm weird, and I thought, this is going to be
bad,
really bad. So anyway, luckily it was not bad. She just kind of had a little.
She didn't cry.
A little boo boo on her knee, and that was about it. So after we determined she was gonna live, that was the fireworks. And then we had already scoped out for the second parade. It's the same spot we seen the Christmas parade from, and it's like if you're going out of Main Street, take a left toward the confectionery, and they put up a
right
rope
in front of the confectionery.
and it's just out of view of like where you would watch fireworks. So Dawn got us a spot over there, and I set up like the tripod and all this stuff.
It was perfect.
And that parade went really good. Then we went back to the hotel. Me and Dawn got up and had an 8:30 Keys to the Kingdom tour. Melissa was really good tour guide, and we ran into a ton of people along the route where they were like, y'all got the best one, y'all got the best one. But she did a really good job, and I mean, most of it was stuff I already knew, and I did enjoy going in the utilidors for probably, an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was worried because I'd read some people said that they just kind of went down there and stayed in one spot. We walked all over the place, and she even took us through. Actually, we're gonna make a video and kind of talk out this whole tour because I didn't look hard for one, but I didn't see one. I read a bunch of comments before we went. But anyway, we go down there, kind of chat for a little bit. Then she takes us into the costuming thing where they re-sew like the broken costumes, and there's all kind of
everywhere.
There's heads, there's stuff. There's like a section that says basically needs to be fixed immediately.
Yeah.
Then there's one that's like you got a day or two. Then there's some that's like no rush. And there's probably a dozen ladies in there with big sewing machine operations, doing all this stuff. I'm guessing it's, all the characters and the parades and all that. If stuff gets ripped or whatever, they got to fix it kind of quick. So we got to see all that, got to walk through there, which I was sort of surprised of.
Yeah.
We got to see the area where, everybody clocks in down there. We got to go down 2 or 3 different hallways, and then one hallway had a bunch of Walt pictures and stuff, and then you turn the corner and it had a bunch of Roy stuff. That was cool. All
their story. It was pretty cool.
What else? We got to meet or see some princesses down there. That was kind of neat to see them getting ready or whatever. And then we came back out, and I had planned it. We had 2 hours until the Halloween party. Initially, I was like, you know what, let's bolt back to the hotel for a minute. But the more I thought about it, I was like, that's not going to work because we're going to be there for 10 minutes, have to come right back. Then if a bus is running late or whatever, it's not going to work.
So we just stuck around, and we rode a couple of rides together that we don't usually get to ride when we have Joanna. So
we rode Tron, and it's been a while since we rode Tron. That was good.
That was fun. I forget how fun that ride is. I still don't like the way that you have to sit, but
let me show you all our picture here. And we jumped on the People Mover.
Yeah.
Where's this at?
Can't remember what. I think that may have been about all that we
Let me bring up my stuff here.
Oh, well, your pictures. But got to talk to Merida. She was funny.
Yeah, she came out several times and chatted with us while we're on that tour.
But yeah, if y'all ever get a chance to do that, Melissa, she's very cool.
I don't know how well. Let me go over here first. Go over here.
There we are on Tron.
But yeah, I don't know, it's hard to say. I ain't gonna say I would never do that tour again, but it would be a while just because 75% of it was stuff I think a lot of people already knew, and then maybe 15 or 20% was cool because you were in the utilidor type thing.
I mean, it was cool. We got to ride 2 rides, and so that was kind of cool to go in the back
well,
ways.
And I do we did Jungle Cruise and we did Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion, I will say one of the coolest parts in the Haunted Mansion, we got to go through what they call the servants' quarters, which I think is the same hallway you go through if you're in a wheelchair or whatever. But we got to see that part of it that I've never seen before. But I was hoping we got to go in the stretching room as a group. And when we went in there, I thought, I'm hoping she's going to tell some crazy history or whatever. Nothing was
she
the
just
whole ride.
Enjoy the ride.
Yeah, that was it. And I mean, it was fine, but I was like, dang it. And
she did tell us a little bit about the Jungle Cruise, but I mean, I think it's things that we kind of already knew.
Yeah, she said the Jungle Cruise was her favorite. I kind of felt like she was my first impression of her was she was sort of on a power trip type thing, and I still got that on Jungle Cruise a little bit because we started off and they gave her the microphone to tell some history, and she told a teeny bit of history, but she also like tried to tell some jokes, and it was just kind of like, you're not a skipper, we can tell you want to be, it's okay, but it was fine. We did that. We ate at Harbor House. It was kind of neat because they had like our little name tag set up, and we pre-ordered our food when we went in. Okay. And so we went in and sat with a older couple, and they were kind of the same as us. They live in Missouri, and they are annual pass holders, and they come, every month or 3 and that sort of thing. That was good. But let's see, we went to the Utilidors basically after that, and seen that sort of thing, and then we went back up and out back over near like the theater, town halls theater, whatever. That was kind of it, but it was good. Like I say, all the stuff before we went into the Utilidor, I feel like any semi-Disney adult already knows about. We did get to go backstage, kind of where the floats and stuff are at. That was kind of neat.
We didn't really see anything though.
Yeah, you didn't really, it was basically just like a little
parking lot /
a few construction truck type of deal. But it was at least neat to say we went back there, I guess, behind the Emporium basically. And then we could not decide how to basically start the Halloween party because we were in the park. So last year we went over near. This year it was at like Space Ranger Spin, but in that area in Tomorrowland you can go in and get your wristband. The only problem is you're all the way back there, and my intention was to get our bands and bolt straight to Jack and Sally. So the more I thought about it, Diane and Joanna were coming in right at 4, so they got there a few minutes early, and I was like, you know what, let's just go out,
meet them,
stay in security, don't go back through security, but meet them and come back through the front of the park. That way we'll be right there where Jack and Sally meet. Well, at like 4:04, there was already a line out the front, and it was like 90-minute wait or whatever. And I was like, this is
like before we even started walking out.
Yeah,
we saw every single person. I kid you not, every single person that was coming in was going straight to that.
Running.
And then by the time we got back in there, it was already up to like a 95 minute wait. So I was like, you know what, we're just probably gonna wait and see how it is during one of these parades or one of these shows. And I
really want to meet Jack and Sally. But, in the early parades are the cheaper parades, but here we've spent $500-600 to be here for a couple hours for this particular event. Yeah. I don't want to waste 2 hours of it waiting to see
Jack and Sally. I love them. But
so some people in the chat were like, second parade, watch the wait time. So we positioned right there in front of it for the second parade. I'm talking about steps from it. Nope.
They turned the wait time off and they closed the doors at 65 minutes.
Yeah, and that because they knew like basically they would be meeting until the end and then some. So I was just like, and it was out the door about every time we walked past there. I was like, dang it, we're gonna meet them one time.
We'll meet them.
But it's just like that's fairly high up for me, but it's not so high up to miss 2 hours of the party.
Yeah.
To meet them. So I don't know. I guess it'd be hard to do with a kid as well. But the trick would be to just go ahead and get in line and do the wait at 4 o'clock because the party don't technically start until 7. But man, that's 2 hours.
Yeah.
That would suck.
And plus, she wants to ride rides and she wants to meet Jack and Sally, but she don't want to wait.
Yeah.
So.
Hello. I see some people.
Hi.
Us or something. So anyway, we're at the party, so we're like, all right, we'll see about Jack and Sally.
That didn't work.
We meander over to, there's a stage show happening, the Magical Friendship Fair, whatever it is. We see that real quick, and I was like, it's really hot. We walk over to do the Haunted Mansion. They don't have the Ghost in the Graveyard yet. After the Haunted Mansion, what did we do? I think we kind of gotten ready for a parade.
I think so.
We staked out a spot right there in Frontierland where I knew the horse slows down, where Dragon slows down for the kind of the bricks or whatever. And also where Max comes out. Well, Max this year, because the Diamond Horseshoe was a candy spot, they bring him out to the left of that at Liberty Tree, which was close.
It was okay.
We bolted over there, but it wasn't where we were kind of ready and prepared for. And this is the first party, so it's not like we could have done any research. Yeah. So we see Max, The Grim Grinning Ghost come out and Dawn walked down there. I'd already set up like a tripod for a live stream and all that, so I was like, I'm here for the duration.
He was set.
We see it's weird the first of the parties of the year because it's still kind of light outside for the first parade. I think they kind of waited 5-10 minutes, but anyway, let's think.
So the Headless Horseman came by.
Dragon had his first Halloween party.
Fun story about Dragon. When we stayed at Port Orleans, was that when we were at Riverside? Yeah. We stayed at Port Orleans, Riverside. Jeremy booked us a carriage ride, and Dragon was the horse that pulled our carriage. And then Jeremy found out last year or beginning of this year that
we see Dragon every time we go to Fort Wilderness because Joanna likes to go ride the horses over there.
So we have to talk to him.
We go to the Circle D Ranch. Yeah, we talked to Dragon and
we found out he was training to carry the Headless Horseman in the parade. So Joanna was very excited.
So here comes...
He comes trotting.
He comes trotting. They've got multiple trainers out there. Usually they just got one, but they had one poor girl that was running with him. Running. Because just in case, this is his first time being around this many people at once. This is his first time.
I also noticed that the cast members were a little bit more strict about don't do flash, don't even have those little wand things on.
Because, he could slip or whatever. They just want to make sure he's cool with this and whatever. So this one girl's like running full speed with him. And then they have a girl positioned at the bricks because that's a hazard. I think they have one positioned at the hub because he has to go around it. That's a hazard. And then they're really strict. There was an incident a few years ago. A girl let her balloon loose somehow, and it got wrapped around the back hoof of the horse, and Merida was riding the horse, so she had to jump off, and the horse is bucking and trying to get this balloon off, and it was fine, but it could have went really bad because this stupid kid. Yeah. Anyway, they don't want nothing like that to happen. You know what I mean? Because this is like a live animal, and Dragon is a big boy.
And he is huge.
If he were to kick somebody, it'd be a done deal. But anyway,
he did good.
Yep. And then the poop lady comes out. They bring a trash can in case the horse poops, and of course everybody cheers for her. And then finally the boop, you, and you, and then the music kicks off. So then parade comes by. We get to see Garrett or Slay or whatever you want to call him. He's one of the grave diggers. We get to see.
And I found him.
Jose or Tally, whatever you want to call him. He's one of the dancers. They had Mother Gothel replaced Jafar on the last float, the villain float. Jafar's now on foot. They also added some of the skeleton band people as dancers.
That was pretty cool.
And so that went good. We left. Well, we split up. It was a mess.
Oh, God.
Dawn was going to get us food. I was just kind of going to meander around because I figured people on the live stream I was doing was tired of us being in one spot for so long, but we just wanted to make sure we were good for that first parade. So I go to Main Street first, and it's like pretty dead. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and run over to the stage in Tomorrowland to just get a quick peek, and maybe over to Cosmic Rays to see what's going on in there. Well, by the time I get to the end, to almost at People Mover, phone dies, and I was like, oh my God. And I had left everything that I have in my life with Dawn, so I don't have any chargers, I don't have anything, but I did have I usually go live on TikTok on my iPhone, and I go live on YouTube with my current Android, but I've got my older Android that don't have any service but can hook to Wi-Fi. Luckily, I whoop it out, get back on the YouTube stream, but I'm like, you know what? I don't know how this is going to work because all I've got is Wi-Fi, so if I get in a bad signal area, this thing's going to cut off. So I'm like, surely to God, Dawn is watching. So people are calling out.
Everybody's yelling at me on here.
So I have to... If you get out of the stream on that app, it like goes black for a minute. So I told everybody, give me 20 seconds. I need to send her a message. So I get off of there, send an SOS. I'm in Tomorrowland. I need a charger ASAP, whatever. And it seemed like 3 hours later, she finally responded. But I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? This is about to be bad. So I sat there for a minute, got back to Main Street because that phone was semi-stable. Finally, Dawn shows up with...
I made his day a little bit better. I got him the mayor sipper. Oh, I didn't realize it turned that way. Or is that how you open it?
Jack's been blown to smithereens.
He had said that he would like to have it, and so it was at the place where I was getting our food, so I had to get it. So I'm sure he won't drink out of it. I'm sure it's just gonna sit up in the.
I couldn't believe it was only $18.
Yeah, it was only $18.
I thought it would have been like $40-50. But anyway, so she brings that back. So that made it a little better.
But I had a tray. My arms were like.
And I think I got my nights mixed up. I think this was
that was the night Joanna
fell.
Yeah.
But anyway, Dawn's got all this food. And we're trying to eat on trash cans, charge phones. The whole live stream thing is sometimes a mess, and this was a prime example of it. And
Sorry, guys.
We only had like 6 minutes until fireworks, so I'm trying to get like a tripod set up or something set up so I can like not have to hold all this crap and eat. And it was just a mess there for about 20-30 minutes. So anyways, the fireworks happened. It was fine. Joanna fell. That happened. But then after that, we went on a candy trail exploration, and we got a good bit of candy right up until we heard Dragon coming. Yeah, look at this.
It's full.
If you look at the video I made on YouTube about the party, I dump it out on the bed, and you can see how much. And we didn't eat some of it, but you can see how much it really was. It was a bunch. We hear Dragon coming, so we literally run right past the hub from getting candy because somebody on TikTok had said, "Can you go get some from Gaston's?" I don't know if they knew somebody there or what, and I was like, "Sure." So I run up right as Dragon's coming by. I get Dragon, perfect. We go get a spot. All that works out good. And then after that last parade, I wanted to get a pin. One of my pin things is I like getting pins for like different
anything that
events
we do
or experiences or whatever. So
if we ride something new, we have to get a pin. If we stay at a new hotel, we have to get a pin.
Yeah, and I like that more than the collections and all. But anyway, I'm finding it. Hang on.
He's looking for it.
It's not there. Here it is. So I went into the Emporium at the first part of while Dawn was getting food. There was nobody in there. I got to kind of look around for a minute. And if you look back at that live stream, I showed a lot of merchandise and all that. This was not the case after the fireworks or after the parade. Yeah, after the parade. It was like shoulder to shoulder.
It was awful.
People were fighting over these pins, and I literally just reached up and grabbed one. And I can't remember who was on it. It's probably on that live stream, but it wasn't like my top pick. So I finally got to the other side. I don't know how many pin packs were there without a pin on it, which means people have been stealing them. And anyway, I got this one.
Which I hope people get a flat tire who.
And I'm happy with this one.
Yes.
Because it's got like the pumpkins and the. So we got.
I never even looked at it, to be honest, because I think I just paid for it.
On our last day of our last trip before this one, we were at French Quarter, and the last day they released some Halloween and stuff, and I got a Muppets.
That's really cute.
Haunted Mansion pin. And
he was like, "It's surely it's not going to be in our hotel store," but it was.
What was crazy was that morning, I think it was Goo or somebody, one of the live streamers popped up while we were kind of waiting before we had to check out, and he showed it, and I thought, So when I walked over there it was, and I was like, shoot. So anyway, and then I was really debating, do I get the light up pin? The light up pin's cool, but I think as far as
like this one,
longevity, however you say it, I think this is the way to go. So I got this.
That one's cute. He matches my ears, and I had to get the ears.
Okay, so I got that.
I really wanted the Starlight ears, but I didn't see.
I wanted a Starlight pin, but I did not.
I didn't see any of the Starlight merchandise.
I think I've seen a little bit. So while we're on the pin topic, I'll go ahead and show you this. I got a Saratoga Springs pin.
That one was really cute.
What I did mean to get.
It's got a.
Yeah, it's kind of glary.
Okay.
I did mean to get a Saratoga Springs magnet.
Oh.
But the problem was, this place is so big, we only went to the gift shop once. We'll talk about all that in a minute. I got a Test Track pen. I'm going to just go ahead and show you my pins that I got while...
Joanna got to ride Test Track. I'm glad she got to ride it, but I'm also sad that she didn't get to ride it before it did their their redo, because I really think she would have liked to, design her own car.
And I got a Tire Terror Tip Top Club.
Jeremy rode Tire Terror for the first time.
All right, we'll talk about all that.
We'll talk about all of it in a minute. He was just showing some pins.
Right.
But yeah.
Let me, while we're on the subject of the party, here's the bag for this year.
Here's the bag. It's cute.
It's got the grave diggers.
And it's got the grave diggers on the other side. It's really cute. I think it's probably one of my favorites so far. And then we got a map.
Also, while we're Animal Kingdom, let me back up a quick thing.
Yeah.
They got the new annual pass holder magnets.
He's cute, Crush.
So we got that.
And it's fun because we always get 3 of them.
So I get the few things, or the pin at Emporium, and then basically that was
it. I was done.
So that was our Halloween party. That was the first one of the year. I don't guess I really have any, other than it was hot, but it's always hot. I don't really have any negatives of us being at the first one of the year. Mm. The only thing I will say, we did eat the beignets from Beyond, and Dawn got one of the desserts as we were frantically rushing before fireworks.
It had already melted though, so it just kind of...
I wish we could have done more on the food side of things, but...
There's absolutely no way to do everything that you want to do.
Yeah, at all. I mean...
Like, even with him being such a planner that he is, there's absolutely no way.
It's just, if you want to... For one, if you want a good parade spot, especially for the first parade, you're going to stand there for a little bit.
Yeah.
We still hit a lot of candy treat trails and all that, but I guess if you skipped one of the parades, it would help a little bit. But there's just everywhere. There's so much stuff.
Especially with a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I think maybe we could have done a little bit more. Well, also, we had been going that whole day, too.
True.
But I feel like maybe if it was, just the 2 of us, I feel like we may have been able to get a little bit more stuff. But it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff to do. You're never going to get it done.
We did all that. The next day, we went to Epcot, and then we went to Hollywood Studios. So the Epcot, I had got us some Lightning Lanes.
I thought that was the Epcot all day.
You're right. So that was my original plan. But it turned out Hollywood Studios got rented out after 6 from some corporate thing. So I had to do an all-day Epcot thing. That was fine. So we go there, had some Lightning Lanes, but I was like, you know what? Our test track Lightning Lane wasn't until 4
or 5.
It was late, and it was possibly going to rain. I was like, let's just see about rope dropping test track, just in case it's raining at the end of the day.
We did it.
So sure enough, it was only... We got there basically right at the early entry. We weren't even there that early, and we waited maybe 10 minutes after everybody goes in, so that was good. And then I've basically, to me, soaring is a pretty high attraction.
Me too.
But it really don't back up until later in the day. Same thing with Living with the Land. Living with the Land is kind of like Figment and all that. Only in that right in the middle of the days where it backs up, and 3 Caballeros. So we did Soaring, Living with the Land, and it was still only I don't know what time.
God, it was early still.
Me and Dawn had a Guardians Lightning Lane, and we got September.
Yes, we did.
Never had it before. So that was good while Diane and Joanna rode Mission Space. And then I think we went through Moana.
Yeah.
We did Spaceship Earth. And we ate at Coral Reef, which we've never been to. So let me tell you about Coral Reef. We walked in. I was thinking it was going to be more...
I thought it was going to be a big aquarium.
I thought it was going to be more touristy, T-Rex Cafe, whatever. But it was more Space 220 fancy aquarium restaurant. I walked in and I was like, okay now. Okay, girl. And we get in there, and my one complaint is the menu. Now, this was lunch. I don't know if it changes at dinner. I need to look it up. But the menu was very brief. There wasn't, but there was
4 or 5.
Yeah, there was surf and turf, a pasta. It was very few things on there. But I will say this: I got the surf and turf. I'll put the steak right up there with any filet I've eaten at Epcot, whether that be Le Cellier or Space 220. It was really good. Joanna got fish or something.
Yeah, she got the fish. I got the fancy version of the Low Country boil.
I will say, I will eat there again, definitely.
Oh, it was good.
But it was more not touristy and more. I mean, I looked at the menu briefly, but didn't pay much attention. I mean, it was priced up there with some of the bigger restaurants, and that kind of, I was like, for lunch.
Yeah.
I don't know, but anyway,
it was okay. It was good.
I'll go back.
Mama got shrimp pasta.
Mm-hmm.
It looked good.
Yeah, I'll go back. I got the bread pudding at the end. The lady taught me. We had a real nice lady. Can't remember her name, but there's a big aquarium window there, so you can see the sharks and the stingrays and the fish.
Joanna loved it. But
so yeah, we'll go back.
It was. I mean, I liked it.
I just feel like they need to do more with the outside theming of it.
I agree.
Because it's almost hid right there at the front of the seas. But as soon as you walk in, it's like, dang, this is a fancy place.
Mm-hmm.
But up until you walk in, it's like, this is something from 1982. You know what I mean? So I think they need to do more of the outside, and it would do better for them. But I had no complaints whatsoever with the food or the service. It was good.
Jeremy's Coke never went empty.
Yeah, big part. I mean, if you're gonna spend whatever,
$100,
I was gonna say $200 or $300,
you better keep my man's.
Dude, you better be bringing some Coca-Cola. But we went back to the hotel.
Took a nap.
Did we? I can't remember.
Pretty sure we took a nap.
It rained the next day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe it was the next day we took a nap.
I don't remember.
I thought we did, but anyways.
Is that the day we did the bicycle?
Oh.
I think it was.
Yes.
Okay. So it didn't rain.
I wanted to take a nap.
Joanna took a nap.
Joanna did take a nap.
And I knew I had very limited options of when I was going to do like a hotel tour type situation. So Joanna went to sleep. I was like, let's go.
This is my time.
So we walk to the lobby area, if you want to call it that. It's very weird.
It is very weird.
Like there's like a check-in area, and it was cool because it's got all these Disney horses on the wall and all that stuff. You go to the right, and there's a cafeteria gift shop area that's very small.
Very.
I was thinking as big as this place was, and it's a DVC resort, and it's like all this stuff. I was thinking it would be one of the biggest ones, but no, it was tiny, and it's like
it's combined.
The quick service part of the cafeteria and the gift shop's like combined, and it's tiny, and it was like, ugh. Even the seating and all for the cafeteria was very limited and small and whatever, but we checked all that out. I'll have a video out soon on that. And then right past it, you can go to the right, and there's a little restaurant. You can go to the left. We go outside. There's the main pool, and they had a slide and all this stuff. There's some pool tables. And then I knew from watching another video that if we could find that, is it called, not Town Hall, what was it called? Anyway, I knew if we could find this particular building, you can rent DVDs, and you can rent the bicycles and all this stuff. I had already planned, even if it was going to be me solo, I was just going to rent a bicycle because I knew there's no way I was going to walk around this place because I knew that Uber said it was like 1.7 miles or something. Bruce
said that it was about the size of Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
This resort is. So, it's massive.
They got one of them 2-seater bicycle deals, the Surrey bikes or whatever. And I was like, how much is this? And it was $30 or something, or $35.
Yeah, it was like $25 for every 30 minutes.
I was like, dang. So we get this thing, and she was like, I thought you could just ride wherever you wanted
to ride. We were
like,
surely we can have this done in 30 minutes.
But she's like, you got to stay on this trail and look for the signs and all that, but it takes you on a big loop. I was like, okay.
He about killed me.
Well, I didn't. There's a brake on it. It's like, and we get going, and I'm like, my God. So I turned on all the cameras. There's already a video of us riding this thing out.
Good.
And it was fun.
It was fun.
And there were minimal hills. And I have noticed on the videos of people riding them at Boardwalk. I know at one part on the Boardwalk it like goes up and people struggle. So I'm glad we didn't have that.
Yes.
And it was the middle part of the day, so there was minimal pedestrians to kill. So we did the bike. I videoed the whole thing. It's going to be part of my little hotel video whenever I put it together, maybe this weekend. So that was good. And then we went back, chilled out, went back to Epcot. Because, like I say, Hollywood Studios was sold out to some corporate event. We rode Test Track again. It was getting kind of rainy looking. Mm-hmm. Before it was our time for our lightning lane, it lightened and they closed it down for a little while. And I was like, well, nope. But we got to do 3 Caballeros. We got to do Test Track. We did Figment. We did the, I feel like I shouldn't have told y'all about my Visa card holder meetup photo pass thing because now we went the first time up there above Figment beside the Pixar video thing, and it was like just us.
Just us.
The past 2 times there's been a big line.
We've had to wait. And
it's like you wait forever. And you can't see around the corner until you check in how big the line is. So we waited. Honestly, I'll talk about it in a minute. I'll just talk about it now. I probably wouldn't have waited that long if I'd have known the line was that big. But something funny did happen.
Oh my God.
I put it on YouTube and TikTok. But Dawn's Goofy goes in for a hug on Diane, and his little hat. It goes, ow! It's loud on top of her head. And if you have not seen that video,
she goes, oh!
A bunch of people have seen it on TikTok and YouTube and commented and all that. But he knocked.
It was hard.
It was like, wow. And I even was like, what in the world is happening? She's holding her head, and I thought, my God. So anyway, we did our picture.
My poor mama.
And we did Figment, and we thought it was going to rain, but it never really did. We did 3 caballeros. We originally were going to go out the back of Epcot to Trattoria Al Forno, but the more I knew Dawn's mama had ate pasta that day, so I made a what's the football term I always try? I called an audible.
Yeah, you called an audible.
We huddled. No, I'm kidding. I was like, you know what?
You just made the executive decision.
I was like, I canceled that when we were at the hotel for our break, and I didn't book anything, did I? No, I didn't.
No.
And I was like, you know what? We're going to go out the back still. We're going to get on the Skyliner.
Oh, that's right.
Because Joanna likes to ride it and all that. This would be our big opportunity. We Skyliner over to Art of Animation. Mm-hmm. And then we were going to ride the bus to Springs, but there was like a 20-minute wait for the bus. So I just Ubered us to Springs. And we ate at Chicken Guy.
That is good.
I will definitely go back there. It was like a Zaxby's on steroids. It was like real hot, good, tender, fresh hot chicken.
And 4 of us ate for like less than $40.
Yeah, it was cheap.
It was good.
All the sauces were good. And then I had been getting the reels on this place at the Ganachery, where they take a blowtorch and make a s'more. And Joanna's all about some s'mores.
She loves them.
So we go there, buy 2 of the s'mores for $8.50 a piece, and I felt like the guy was never going to make them. Me and this lady stood there not forever, for let's say 10 minutes. And finally, he makes them, and they give them to us, and it was a big mess. Dawn might have
I have a picture of Joanna with her s'more. There's her huge. I mean, this thing is massive.
Yeah, it's a big old s'more. It was good.
I felt like it wasn't melted enough.
Yeah, I think he was like rushed or something.
Probably.
There wasn't that many people in there, but anyway.
We'll go back.
Yeah, I would do it again.
Off season.
But it's at the Ganachery, and then we walked.
We stumbled, hobbled.
I was looking for Eddie Maserati. They had a band playing. Did not see Eddie Maserati at the Springs. But anyway, went back to the hotel. That was, what day am I on now?
Oh, that was
Saturday.
Yes, it was when you had
Sunday,
your emergency.
I had a poop emergency, and I had to get to the lobby immediately.
We were about a half a mile from the.
Anyway,
it was bad.
He
made it though.
Yeah. Might need to put some Imodium in her back from now on. That was Saturday. Sunday we started off. Well, I think after that it was late, and I was like, you know what? Another audible. We were originally gonna get up and
really early
rope drop Magic Kingdom, and it opened early because that was another party day. It opened at 7:30, and I was like, you know what? We already barely making it. I mean, barely.
My poor mama. Me, Lord have mercy.
I mean, I'm talking, my watch, we got 30,000 steps plus for like 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, let's sleep in a little bit. More than anything, I knew Joanna would be much grumpier if we tried to let her sleep for only 6 or 7 hours at max. And I was like, let's just sleep in. We already got some lightning lanes. We've already been to Magic Kingdom a couple times here. So we slept in. We went in at like 10, which is not my usual style. I'm a rope drop man, but it's still.
I am too, but
whatever happened that day, the Haunted Mansion was down all day.
I know, I'm sad.
But we did get to rope drop, or not rope drop, but we went straight to Tiana's and waited like 10 minutes, and I had a lightning lane for it, but it wasn't until like 2 or 3, and I was wanting to already be back at the hotel by then, so it worked out perfect. We did Tiana's, the poor lady in the front of our boat.
My gosh, like that water came up and like straight fell on.
If you don't want to get wet, do not ride in the front 2 roads. The very back row is the best, and the next to back's not much worse. Me and Joanna got a little splash to the face, but it wasn't that big deal in the next to the last row. But we rode Tiana's. We
fun.
had a lightning lane for Winnie the Pooh, for Peter Pan. What else did we do?
Small World.
Small World. And then we were there that first night for the parade. We did Barnstormer and Dumbo, so that was already done.
We pretty much
and
rode just about
Pirates.
everything.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, and Little Mermaid.
Yeah, we rode the
Little
Mermaid.
Mermaid.
The teacups. So that was good. We ate at Liberty Tree, which is becoming one of my favorite places.
Good.
It's expensive, but it's not as expensive as some of the character meals. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, but it's good. Joanna likes that type of food. It's like the turkey and dressing and macaroni and stuff. We ate there. Come out. It is pouring. Luckily, Dawn did have ponchos, but they don't help our feet any.
Our feet got soaked.
So we stood there for a little bit, and finally was like, you know what? I'd rather just get wet and get back to the hotel so that we can chill for a minute. So we just tromped through it, and then by the time we got to the hotel, it had stopped briefly. I knew it would be basically this is our last chance to try out a pool. So me and Joanna went to there was one pool in Congress Park, one of the smaller pools, but it was just like right there at our room. About the time we get in the water, it starts drizzling, and I was like, we'll just chill out for a minute. And then it lightning close by and really started raining. And I was like, here we go. So we were in it for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah, it went long.
Came back. I think we took a nap, and then I was thinking like we should probably start packing some stuff, but we really didn't.
We didn't.
And
we thought about it. I did wash clothes.
Yeah, and oh man,
that was the best.
We'll talk about the room at the end.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was good. We had a washer and dryer in the room. So then we went into Hollywood Studios because we hadn't been there yet, and we went in at 4:30.
Yeah.
And my plan was, I hear a cat somewhere. My plan was to hit the villain show and the mermaid show. Well, we go to the villain show and it's sold out, or it's full. And I was like, okay. We walk over to the mermaid show. It's full. Okay. We did Star Tours.
We did Tower of Terror.
We ended up doing
Star Tours.
Yeah, we ended up doing Tower of Terror. I think I'd got us a lightning lane for it. And then I didn't know how it was going to play out with us trying to go to these shows, because I was going to prioritize the shows so your mama could see them over the Tower of Terror, but they were both full. So I've watched 100 videos on Tower of Terror. I'm not really a drop fan, but I also knew there's I want to say 6 different routines this thing can do. And only one of them is a complete drop from very top to very bottom. You know what I mean? Most of it's like up and down, and you don't know according to which thing you're on if you're going up or down first, if you're not terribly familiar with Tower of Terror. So anyway, but I was pretty cool with it. Dawn seemed more freaked out than I was going on to it. But I knew I needed to get ready for my glam shot.
Y'all, this video is so funny because you'll see his video. I didn't even do this on purpose, but it was still funny. I think you passed it.
Let's see. Here, let me download it and then I can play it sideways.
But it was very.
I'll do it again.
It was fun.
I'll do it.
And honestly, I think if we could get on one like we went on, I don't think Joanna would have a.
The only time it sort of got me was I knew at the end of it did the doo 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 and it had the white swirly, but before that there's one with glass breaking.
It drops you.
And I assumed that was the end of it, and then we said woo, and I was kind of like, and it went straight up, straight back down, and I was just kind of like, oh god, and that kind of got me, but other than that,
it's just things that completely drop me that it just I don't know.
I don't know if this thing's.
It gets my stomach.
Clear. Let me turn sideways. See if I can. I don't know if y'all can even see it, but I did my little. I blew it a kiss, and it does like a slow motion thing.
It's like a slow motion.
And people call it like their glam thing or whatever.
But I was screaming, and I put my hand up, and it looked exactly like I was blowing a kiss too.
But it was good, and I liked this whole story of the Tower of Terror. I'm glad we hadn't done it, one, because I don't think either of us are a big fan of just like drop rides, and two, we've always got Joanna with us, and she sometimes freaks out if one of us is going to ride something and we have to swap and all that, and it's just like, all right, we just.
The last time I had ridden it was a long time ago.
So we rode it. That was good, and then tried the villain show again for the very last showing of it. It was already full. I'm like...
And we went like 20, 25 minutes early.
I know that that's a popular thing or whatever, but I didn't know it was that popular. I thought by now it had calmed down because we've seen it before.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we canceled that. We went and did Mickey and Minnie's. No, we did Mickey and Minnie's before Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
I don't remember where we went.
We went over to Toy Story.
Alien Swirling Saucers. Half of it's not running, so it took a little while to get that going. We didn't have a Slinky Dog Lightning Lane, but it was closed for Lightning. Went over to Toy Story Mania. Only half of it was running, but we did get to ride it. It just took a little longer than normal for Lightning Lane. And then
we had the Rise in.
Yeah, we did Rise of the Resistance. I don't remember at what point. And then as we come off Toy Story Mania, I think, I was like, you know what, we're running out of time to eat here, which seems to be a recurring problem for us.
All the time. And
we'd never ate in Docking Bay 7, and to be honest, I didn't really even know what was in there. So I put in a mobile order. I knew about the Ronto wrap. I got the Ronto wrap. It was good. It's like a slaw dog, but on a...
Like a pita bread.
Yeah,
almost.
Pita bread. Yeah. It was good, though. Yeah.
I got chicken, I think.
I'd go back there, though.
It was really good, though.
The theming inside the place was neat.
Joanne liked it.
I actually have to admit, there's a bunch of places I've now figured out we have not seen inside the Star Wars area.
Yeah, there's a store in there that we've never even been in.
Doc, something
another.
Anyway, because I didn't even exactly know where Docking Bay 7 was at. I thought it was where the coffee shop is at. I can't think of the name of the coffee shop, but right there.
Was it Lunch something? No.
I can't remember. But anyway, so I needed to do my homework on all that because I thought I had figured it all out, but obviously not.
It was cool, though.
It was very cool. And then we had a Millennium Falcon, and dang it, it's not that I hate this, but I had kind of thought with 4 of us.
But in adults.
With 4 of us, either we'll get a whole spacecraft to ourselves, or at least they'll let us be the pilots, and then either whoever wants to be a pilot. No, there's 2 adults ahead of us, so they're the pilots, and of course we're just the gunners and engineers or whatever, which is sort of okay.
That's fine.
But I don't expect it when it's a smaller. But with 4 of us, I was like, dang it.
Come on,
we bolted out of there, went to Fantasmic, had to wait to get into Fantasmic for a minute. Which to me, that was, I don't remember it being like that before. I remember getting into Fantasmic and it having like 30 or 40 minutes before the show. But this was the second show. They let us in and we barely got to sit down. I barely got my whole camera thing on a tripod and all before the show started. And we watched Fantasmic, bolted out of there. That was that was our last night.
Left.
Then we go to the hotel and it's like 10 or about 11.
Yeah.
And we got to pack all this crap because we fly out at 7:10. We board at 6:40, and I'm like, dang it. So we're up till like 2 something. We got these owners lockers. If you're not familiar, you should get one if you go to Disney a lot.
Yes.
Even if you went maybe twice a year, it would be worth it to some people.
Too.
We go about every month and a half. We've got 2 of them. They're big Rubbermaids, like pretty sizable Rubbermaids, but we keep clothes. We keep...
Even if you fly, like it's good just to have like the essential things like the shampoo and the conditioner, umbrellas that you don't want to have to worry about going through security with at the airport.
Like I leave a couple pairs of shorts and clothes down there to where I can travel basically with 1 pair of clothes and shoes and like a bedside fan and all that, and it's pretty cheap. And if you only go once or twice a year, it's even cheaper than what we got. We got like the unlimited deliveries, but basically we put in, hey, we're coming to Disney on this date and leaving on this date, and here's where we're staying. And they have them waiting for us at the Bell Services when we get there. Great. But anyway, we got to pack all this stuff up. We got to wash clothes. We got to do the whole 9 yards. And I'm like, my God. And so we go to bed at 2 something. We have to be in the hotel. I'm going to say I'll come back to this.
Okay.
We have to be out like leaving at 5:30.
Leaving.
So we get like 2 or 3 hours of sleep. This whole trip we've already been go. So we all that goes fine except for the plumbing issue.
There was a plumbing issue. I even don't think it was you. It was a plumbing issue.
We noticed on like the second day when the commode would flush, the bathtub would go,
It would bubble.
and it's like, my God, is Nemo or something in there? Well, of course, at 1 a.m, everything shuts down. We've got stuff going crazy, and we'll leave it at that. So we have to call this poor fella, and he comes in with this.
And he's like, he's not lying either. He was drilling on something.
I was in there about to pee on myself laughing because it sounded like
it was bad.
It was all kind of stuff going on, and
he flushed it. I don't know how many times.
It just goes, and it like nothing would happen, and I'm like, my God. So anyway, he gets it sort of fixed. It was still gurgling in the bath. Yeah, I think that was doing it before we even got there. But we sleep for 2 or 3 hours, get up. So we had called. Well, the
Bell Services.
What was his name? Not Russell.
Bruce.
Bruce had told us. He said, "You got 2 options when you leave." He said, "One, you can just call Bell Services and tell them, you're checking out the next morning early, and we'll come get your owner's lockers. No big deal, as long as you are, that's fine." He said, "Some people want to be with them or see them leave." He said, "If you're going to do that and you're leaving that early, I would almost take them the night before, but that'd be a mess because we need the stuff in them that night." So Dawn calls Bell Services and says, "Hey, we're going to be leaving at like 5:15. Can you come get these lockers and all this?" And the lady basically said she didn't seem like she knew exactly what was going on, but because she didn't even mention like them coming to the room later and getting them. Yeah. She was like, "We'll come get them, but we'll also give you a ride to the main lobby." We're like, "That'll work."
That's fine. That's good.
5:15. 5:15 hits, 5:20, I think right at 5:25, and Dawn calls and was like, "Hey, we got to go. What's going on here?" And they were like, "We don't have any...
we don't have anything saying that we're supposed to be picking up anything."
Yeah, and Dawn had... midnight,
it was probably midnight, yeah.
Had talked to him for 5 or 10 minutes telling him, here's the deal. So I was almost in a panic mode at this point. Like,
we need to walk out the door like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, we're either leaving these things or I'm going to somehow strap them to the top of 2 suitcases and we are going to run. And so they were like, "We'll send somebody to get them. Y'all roll out." So I ordered the Uber. We have another issue. And I put the pin, this time it was Uber, but I put the pin where we're at, and Uber ends up, I don't know where at. And he's texting like, "We don't see
Where are you?"
And I'm like, "I'm where this pin says I'm at." He goes to a second location, which was, I think, near the bus stop.
Yeah.
And I was like, "I can see you, but I'm over here." He finally gets there. We get to the, and luckily, I'm really glad it happened this way, but Bell Services shows up while we're waiting for the Uber.
Yeah.
And also, we had left him some money on top of them, because I always tip them good, good and all that stuff. And he left with them while we were still waiting on the Uber, so we got to see at least they picked him up.
Yeah.
So then Uber comes, takes us to the airport, and I'm kind of looking at the time like I'm not in a panic, but I'm almost. We walk up to the dang TSA pre-check line, and
it is long.
I mean, there's like 3 or 4 TSA pre-check lines. There's 4 with only 2 agents, and they're at least, I'm gonna say 15 or 20 deep on each line. And I thought, oh my God,
this has never happened to us before.
Yeah. But we normally don't fly from Florida that early either.
That's true.
It's 5 whatever in the morning. So I'm starting to think this is going to be bad because, at MCO you got to go through there. Then you get on, it's not quite like in Atlanta, but you still get on like a little monorail thing and go out to one of the terminals and do all this stuff. Well, we finally get through there, and I'm glad I did not see it, but it had texted me while we were still in that TSA line saying final boarding thing or whatever. But they boarded early. Like we were still good on the normal time, but they were boarding early because that was Breeze's first flight of the day.
Everybody had already gotten in their seat.
We walk up and we're like basically the last few people or whatever, and I mean it worked out good because we just walked right on and sit down. What did not work out was I had tried to book. There are 3 seats and 3 seats, and I booked the 2 outside ones on both rows, hoping nobody would book that middle seat. We'd have 2 whole rows. Well, they booked the middle seat. So I put Joanne in the middle and let the lady have the window seat. And I think y'all did the same thing.
I swapped and sat down.
So it not a huge deal, but it is nice, a direct flight, because it's like 1 hour and 1 minute from Orlando to Greenville. It's just straight shot. So
much better than having to do that.
We fly out, and then we fly in at like 8 whatever.
We're back at home at like 10.
Yeah, that was nice.
But we were tired. We were.
Honestly, today is what, Thursday?
I'm still not.
I fell asleep Monday around lunchtime and took like a hard nap for about 2 hours and woke up and felt like I didn't know what time it was. And then I slept pretty hard Monday night. It took me 2 or 3 days, and now I'm sort of feeling back to normal. But like, I'm gonna rethink. Well, I think the Breeze flights are about to change times anyway. Like they're gonna be in the evening for both flights. But I'm gonna rethink the whole. If we fly in at 5 or 5:30, we probably shouldn't hit the ground running type thing. You know what I mean? And if we're gonna,
I mean, usually it's fine because but I mean, we wanted Mama to see everything, and we wanted to get everything done, and we had already booked all this stuff, and
that was the main part of it. We had the Halloween party. I wanted to live stream and video. Diane was with us, and I wanted to try to at least get most of the stuff to where she could see it. So it was just go.
And we had the tour thing, and it was it was a lot.
And then, because that particular day, we got there at like 8 in the morning.
We didn't leave till...
Actually, it was before 8. And then we didn't walk out of there until 12 something.
It was almost 1.
Yeah.
Like it was
a long day.
It was a long day for me and Jeremy.
And then we were out at the Hollywood Studios, the second Fantasmic, because there was no other way we was going to get everything done in Hollywood Studios, so we didn't get back till knocking on midnight that night, and then we got to pack all the stuff up and fly out early and all that. So I think my new thing I've learned is, like, if we're going to fly in that early, either do all the stuff but be back at the hotel early, or have a good middle of the day rest before we go start doing stuff. And if we're going to be flying home that early,
we better pack.
Either pack and basically be back at the hotel at 7 or 8 o'clock at least. That way we're not trying to pack till 2 a.m. and all this stuff. So, but it was still good. We still did like everything, and
we're still fine.
The only thing I wish we had one more day, or if we'd have flew out later in the day on Monday, I wish we could have went back to Disney Springs, because I will 100% say, if you're at Saratoga, especially in Congress Park, and you can just walk right over there in 3 minutes.
Take advantage of it.
I wish we could have spent more time. We went over there twice. I think they went over there and ate while we were at that tour. But like, I wish I could have spent more time at Springs.
Because that's one place that we kind of push to the back burner whenever we don't have. It's
like the fifth part. Like, if we can't get there, it's okay, but we try to get there. But most of the time, it's in the middle of the day, and when a time runs over and we're in a time crunch, it's what gets cut. So we might just like go there and eat and hit World Disney and roll out. You know, there's never a time where we're just like looking around and stuff. But it's okay. The only thing bad I got to say about Saratoga was our little issue there with bell services. Yeah. But I mean, Bruce was super nice. The guy they sent that picked up our stuff was super nice. And the guy that gave us the ride when I about pooped on myself was very nice.
Because we had been going that whole entire day, and I had put in a small Walmart order, and so I went to Bell Services to pick it up, and I asked this guy, I was like, how much do I need to pay you to ride us back to our hotel room on this golf cart? He's like, no, we're 24-hour service, and I'm like, when my husband gets out of the bathroom, we gonna take you up on that. So he did too, and it was they were all so sweet, like super sweet. I just think maybe there was just miscommunication, or maybe she just didn't.
Well, I just wonder what I really hate, and I understand why they do it, but a lot of times if you call the front desk, you're not calling the front desk, you're calling some mega main line of Disney, and then like you tell them whatever, then they communicate it with each hotel or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so you're not actually talking to the people at the hotel. I figure when you called, it was probably maybe one of those switchboard somewhere, and they probably just didn't send it down the line properly or whatever. But
I would stay there again.
I would too.
I absolutely loved that we had a wash machine and dryer in our little suite.
So the place, it had a full-size refrigerator. It had a stovetop. It had a full kitchen with silverware, plates,
everything that you would need.
It's one of those that would be nice to stay there for like a week, and you could actually cook there. All the pans are there. Everything's there. And you could get groceries and do the whole
dishwasher.
Yeah, it was nice. But the washer and dryer was nice. They also had laundry facilities
at the front
if you needed them for whatever. Yeah. And around the pool there were some and all this. But they, I mean, it was
for
nice.
It to not have been as Disney themed. I really, really enjoyed it. Like I mean, I have no complaints. Even with the buses this time, I didn't really have any complaints with the bus situation.
So one weird thing that happened, for whatever, there's 5 stops in Saratoga Springs.
It's massive.
But for whatever reason, those 5 stops seems a lot quicker than when we were at Coronado
or Riverside.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. But for whatever reason, the app does not display the bus times. The whole trip, it would just say not available, not available. But of course, they got the TVs at the stops that tell you what time. But we didn't really have a time where we waited forever.
Mm-mm.
Diane and Joanna waited a little bit, I think, to come to Magic Kingdom on that party day. But other than that,
I mean, I think 5 or 6 minutes was the longest that we waited for on a bus.
We waited a few minutes coming back from, I think, Magic Kingdom one night.
Oh yeah,
to get there. And then the Hollywood Studios last night, I was like, you know what, we're kind of need to get going and packing. I'm not even going to go look at the bus, so I did a $7 or $8 Uber and got us back real quick. And
but no complaints.
Oh yeah, I would stay at Saratoga again. And even if you're on the other side of the resort, they also have a boat that'll take you right across to Disney Springs if you don't want to walk. You can go around, and they also have a bus that'll go over there, and it goes reverse order.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Jennifer. Have a good night. You too. The bus goes in reverse order for whatever reason. It goes to Disney Springs, so you can kind of use it as a shuttle as well. But no problem with the buses. Mm-hmm. You could still take. We were right at the Sassagoula boat, so like if we'd had time, we could have run over to French Quarter and got us some beignets and done all that. So each area has its own small pool. And then behind the main lobby, there's a big pool.
Really
I would have liked to at least went and scoped it out a little better, but there's just such limited time. We did a little walk around and ride around on the bike, and we'll put all that together and make a video here maybe this weekend. Do you work this weekend?
I do.
And there's a ton more videos I got to make. But I videoed Test Track. That was a new thing. I videoed all the Halloween stuff. There's just so much stuff to go through. Mm-hmm. I've still got, I think there's still some stuff from when we stayed at the Contemporary, because 2 trips ago we were at Contemporary, and then like 2.5 weeks later we were back at French Quarter, and I didn't have time to like do a lot of that Contemporary video making, so I need to go back and look at all that. But our next
we have a little bit of a time. Ow.
Yeah, Caribbean Beach. How was Caribbean Beach? Like size-wise, I've always wondered that. Like, if you got to use the bus, is it bad? I know there's multiple stops and all that. We've been there and ate a time or two and walked around, but I've never stayed there yet.
I've heard mixed emotions.
Yeah, I have too. But I do like the theming of it. It's kind of the bright Caribbean, stuff. Mm-hmm. There's pools and crazy stuff.
We'll stay there at some point.
We this year, I guess we've done all the All-Stars. We've done Art of Animation. Of all hotels, I can't believe we have not done Pop Century yet. But we've done both Port Orleans resorts, Coronado Springs, Saratoga Springs, Contemporary. So far, Contemporary by far.
By far.
I know it's. Really some people say it's dated, but it's like historic because it was there when the park opened and all this stuff. And you can walk to Magic Kingdom. It's got its own security line. I will say going to like maybe Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios was a little bit different, because it's not like right there. But Epcot and Magic Kingdom, that is the place.
I loved it.
I wish we could stay there every time there's like a party or whatever. Yeah. But we stayed during the annual pass holder discount days or whatever. So it'll be like triple that price during Christmas season or whatever.
Can't do it.
Okay, Skyliner in the car. I don't hate the bus, but I dislike the bus more than I used to. But I will say, from my experience at least, the many times we've stayed at like the All-Stars, the buses are just rolling. We don't have any issue. But some of these fancier resorts, there's not as many buses running.
You're having to wait longer.
Yeah, either we're waiting. Like that time, I think it was Coronado, we waited like 50 minutes. There was a bus supposed to come. It never came. Then it changed the time. I was so mad. And I mean, sometimes coming back to an All-Star, it'll be packed and you'll be standing up or whatever, but
at least you're not going that far.
When we came back to Saratoga from Magic Kingdom that one night, they crammed us all on there. It was packed. I don't like that very much, especially at the end of the day, because like you've been walking and standing. We did 30,000 steps. I think
and you're
that
sweaty.
was I think that was the day we would have been there for 12, 17 or 18 hours, and then we got to stand up and hold all this bags and strollers and stuff, and I'm just like, oh my god.
I was over it.
And you can't Uber because then you got to go to ticket and transportation and Uber, so I don't know. But I do love the Skyliner. We don't have any that I can think of bad Skyliner resort stories.
None.
Art of Animation, we've been there multiple times.
That was my favorite.
And even in the mornings, they keep that Skyliner rolling. I will say...
The line does look long, but I'm pretty sure it goes pretty fast.
I do kind of hate well, it's just whatever.
When they pack you in there with other people. Busy.
Even when we rode to Art of Animation this past time...
They didn't have to do that, though.
We had 4 of us and a stroller, and then they packed like...
4 other people in there.
Yeah, and it was like, we can't breathe in here, so many people. And I understand why they do it, but it's just like, come on now.
But there really wasn't that big of a line. I don't know.
Kenny, I think for pass holders... Well, for anybody... The prices seem to be cheaper from about, I'm going to say June through August, September time frame. But annual pass holders, they have like these pass holder deals that start, I think it was around May or June, and then went through September. And some of them are really good. Like we stayed at the Contemporary for like $4 something a night. And who's this? Okay. I mean, it can be as much as like $1,000 or $1,200 a night at other times of the year. So that's kind of how that worked out. I still want to stay. Polynesian Village has always been like the one I really want to stay at. But I want to stay there, and I want to stay at Grand Floridian. But I'd kind of like to wait until Grand Floridian finishes their refurb on the lobby, just so it's like back to normal status or whatever. Because they're not even having the gingerbread houses there this year because they're doing all the stuff.
That's sad.
That's not good. That was some of my favorite stuff. Was seeing the Easter eggs and the gingerbread houses and all that stuff. So.
Oh well.
But anyway, our bigger hotels are probably over for the year. I think we're going to end up for Halloween probably All Star Sports because we're going to be there for an extended time. So.
We're going March.
Okay, for an All-Star wedding. That'll be fun. That will be fun. But we'll probably end up at an All-Star this Halloween. I'm fine with that.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I kind of miss... It's been a while since we've been in that much theming.
Yeah,
and
me too.
I like that theming. And then I'm sure we'll probably do another Christmas thing and maybe more than that. But I don't know where we'll stay for all that stuff.
But we'll have a little over a month before we go back.
The one, though, that I would like to go back to that's pricier but not that bad is 100% Port Orleans French Quarter.
Oh, yes.
But I also noticed it rarely has
openings because it's smaller.
Mm-hmm.
It is, I don't know, that's probably, besides the Contemporary, that's probably one of my favorites. It was great. You could just walk to everything. The
group is talking about staying at Art of Animation.
I love Art of Animation.
We normally end up in the mermaid rooms, which is like the same rooms as Pop Century has. And it's the furthest rooms away from the lobby, but they also have
the closest to
the family suites and the Lion King and the cars and all that. What else? There's one more I'm missing. Nemo areas, and they're super nice.
I like the Little Mermaid rooms.
I mean, I like that resort. It was my first resort. But their lobby, for whatever reason, is my favorite lobby because it's real long and curved. And they got the lights up, and they got like the black and white artwork for a bunch of movies and stuff hanging. It just, I don't know, for whatever reason, I like it.
Probably one of my top favorite, like, I was going to say All-Star, but it's not All-Star.
I do want to stay at Pop Century.
Is it Pop Century that's redoing their... What's redoing their...
Yeah.
Is it our lobby?
The food court, the furthest buildings away are those mermaid rooms, which are like the non-family suites. I'd say a pretty steady walk. You're probably 7 to 10 minutes away walking.
Which is, I mean, it's not bad.
No, and the way they got it laid out, you get to walk through all this cool like Lion King stuff and Little Mermaid stuff on the way, but it does take a minute to walk over there. If you're staying in those family suites, they're all semi-close to the food court area compared to the mermaid rooms.
I still have yet to walk through the Radiator Springs area.
Yeah.
I love it though.
Almost booked, but it's crazy because it would have been almost the same price. But I almost booked a family suite at Art of Animation for this trip. But I was like, no, we've already been there. But I almost booked it for the theming, and I was like, no, we're trying to do different places.
Yeah.
And
I'm glad we did Saratoga Springs.
It was a 1-bedroom suite.
It was nice.
And I mean, you got like a main bedroom, you got a living room, but the thing lets down. But you also got like a table you could eat at or set up a little office thing at, and there's a 5th sleeper flip down, whatever you want to call it. So you could fit a good number of people in there.
That little bathroom, whatever combination thing was great. Like it, in the master suite, it had like the bathtub and then the what is it called? I always call it the his and her sink, but it had the 2 sinks. It had 2 sinks.
The only thing I would change about the layout of those rooms is I would put another
door
commode in like the master suite. It was a weird, I have to show you in the video, but there's like 3 doors triangular. So like you can come in a door from the living room, 1 step to the left you come from the master bedroom, and 1 step wherever you come from, like the front door. It's just weird the way it was laid out.
Yeah.
I would just put another commode in the sink area of the thing, and then have that, either don't have that door or whatever. Then you'd have like a bathroom for the living room area and a bathroom for the bedroom area. It was just kind of weird the way it triangulated that way, but it was okay.
I mean, it's fine.
Caribbean Beach is a hike to the food court. Yeah, that we hadn't stayed at Caribbean Beach yet, and I think when we do stay there, I'm gonna prioritize being closer to the Skyliner.
Mm-hmm.
But I could see if you got in some of those sections where it would be you'd have to basically, or you would need to just like maybe just get on the bus to go around to another section type thing. But it does seem like a fun hotel.
So that one's pretty big too.
Next year I'd like to do Caribbean Beach, Pop Century, either, or maybe both, but either Grand Floridian or Polynesian.
What is the Fort Wilderness Lodge? Is that?
That would be. I'd love to stay at Fort Wilderness Lodge for Christmas.
Oh, but it would be expensive.
We've been there to eat and stuff, and it's great. And I like some of the Animal Kingdom Lodge stuff, but I also think unless you're going to spend mega bucks, you're probably not going to be in like a Savannah room. But it may still be good. I don't know, but it's a bigger place too, so I don't know how I feel about it.
I would only want to stay there if I could wake up and see a giraffe at my window.
Yeah, Jamaica's closest to the Skyliner. I think somebody else told me that too.
That's cool.
But yeah, Pop Centuries, it'll probably happen pretty soon. There's no particular reason we've never stayed there, but usually it's just like, if I'm going to be in that area, we normally gravitate to Art of Animation, but I want to stay at Pop Century just to do it and compare it. And then Caribbean Beach. Old Key West is another one. I almost booked Old Key West over Saratoga this time, and I did not realize there's a walkway that you can go from Old Key West to Disney Springs. Now it's like a 10-minute walk, but I almost booked Old Key West.
Huh. That's interesting. Thank y'all for the likes, guys. You struggling reading it?
Our next trip is October 24th through November 3rd, I think.
I think so. That sounds about right.
The end, or not the end, but the end of prime time.
Yeah, October 24th.
Wedding season. But that's my favorite trip because the October trip started in October 2022 was our first big October trip. 2023 was short, 3 or 4 day, but we did the party. Last year we did a 10-day. This year we'll do a whatever it is, 10 or 11 day.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this time, I started making my itinerary already. I'd like to spend 1 day in like downtown Orlando, not park related, just to see what all I know there's a ton of stuff to do and see, and we've never done it.
And there's places that we want to go to, like the
antique Lakeland
place.
Antique Mall. I'm gonna go to the Penn Pro headquarter, whatever store in Winter Garden.
I want to go to that. What is that place?
Recycling the Magic.
There's a lot of
there's a ton of stuff. I wouldn't mind going to City Walk and walking around. I may go ahead and buy SeaWorld annual passes. Those things are cheap. I mean, like, they're the same price or cheaper than a one-day ticket to Magic Kingdom.
Dang.
But I'm worrying myself.
We're going to get all these annual passes, and we're going to have to try to squeeze all this stuff into...
Yeah, the Not So Scary Party is by far my...
Oh, yeah, 100% my favorite.
Favorite party. Now, don't get me wrong, the Christmas one has certain elements that I really like.
I like the cookies.
We did hear word yesterday that Slay Garrett is not going to be the same character this year.
He's not going to be the same.
I'm hoping Tally will be, but we'll see.
I doubt it. People are already putting the pictures on there.
This is one of the things, though. If Disney was smart,
they are smart.
If they could run with this guy. You know what I mean? I mean, this could be
he
big.
may not want to do that.
Think of how many people just around us last year said,
I know.
We came to this party just to see that guy.
And he wasn't there.
He wasn't there the night we went. And it was okay.
Off.
But that's a big thing to have that many people. He went so viral that people were there and spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars.
Just to see him.
Just for him.
If they could put him somewhere and do a meet and greet with Tally.
Yep. I would do a meet and greet, put him in the parade, and roll with it. But anyway, the Christmas parade's fun, but the Halloween stuff I like a little better.
Fall's just my thing, though. Like, I love fall.
The one thing I really enjoyed at Christmas time last year when we were there was how cool it was. I did not enjoy when we about froze that one night, but it was nice being there and not dying of a heat stroke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is like 75% of the time.
It was very nice.
But the October trip, I'm trying to plan out some different stuff. I'm thinking about renting a car for a day or two for when we do go, because that Lakeland Antique Store is like almost an hour away.
Oh, yeah.
If an Uber would probably cost a little money for that. Honestly, I think the price we'd end up paying Uber, we might could just rent a car for 2 days or something. I'm really leaning toward getting the SeaWorld annual passes because they're pretty cheap. And as soon as Universal will release the annual pass to include Epic Universe,
we're getting it.
Yeah, and I wish Disney would do this and it would make it easier. But with Universal, there's like 3 tiers of passes. You know, the cheaper tier, you're going to be blocked out of probably like Christmas time and maybe 4th of July week and whatever. But that's probably okay for us.
Mm-hmm.
And you do monthly payments. That makes it a lot easier. And I don't know what it'll be once they add Epic Universe, but it's like a third of what the Disney annual pass costs.
If Disney would let you do just at least payments. Yeah,
Disney, if you live in state, you can do payments, and they have multiple levels. But if you're out of state, there's just the one in Credit Pass, and it's expensive, and you got to pay up front, and it's like, my God. Brookie B.
Brooke, you like my ears? But yeah, I can't wait to go to Universal again.
Yeah, and honestly, I need to plan this out better, but I mean, I would not be against booking an Epic Day this October, but if we're going to end up with an annual pass for there in like January of 2026, I would wait.
Rather wait.
So I don't know, but SeaWorld is cheap enough to where we can just get it and we're good.
Yeah. And
if we just go every couple trips to SeaWorld, that's fine. But I do know they got some good roller coasters, and I do know they got a lot of animal stuff that Joanna would like.
Yeah.
And that it also includes Aquatica or something like that, some sort of water thing. Anyway, so it'd be pretty neat, I think.
Oh yeah.
You can also pay a little bit of money and eat for all day, like anything you want. Like you give them $27 or whatever it is, and you just have at it.
Dang.
So.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think Joanna likes all the.
Yeah, first Halloween at Epic. It is probably going to be packed.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I know the adult crowd really loves the Halloween horror nights.
I'm not big on the horror nights.
Well, I'm not like a spook house person really. But if we had the opportunity to go there childless, that could change. I don't know.
That's true.
But I would have to do it that way and to know, and it probably won't happen. So, the little bit I've researched into it, you know, each of these scare houses are around like a certain character or movie or whatever, and that piques my interest. But I'm not really a horror movie person, but I could become one.
Oh, I couldn't.
If it would be kind of like Disney, like if all this triangulated together, I'd have to be like, I got to watch Texas
Chainsaw.
toenail massacre or whatever, and to learn about all this stuff. So I don't know.
I don't know. I don't want to be scared.
But I'd like to go to. So I've only been to Universal once, and that was in 2022, and I enjoyed it, but I enjoyed Disney more. But since then, I'd never seen any of the Harry Potter stuff and knew basically nothing about him, but I watched it all over and over and over and over and over because it intrigued me enough to figure it out and learn it. I have not been back to Universal since I've watched that.
You would really enjoy it a lot more now that you...
I would like to go back and see all that.
Walking in the Diagon Alley.
And the new Epic, all the stuff they got.
Yes.
So.
And Joanna is dying to see Toothless. She wants to see him so bad.
Oh, I forgot Brooke. She don't do the scary stuff.
I don't do scary stuff either.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not a big fan of like the jump scare. People jump out, and that's what like around here.
And that may not be what.
I mean, like, whenever it was at the fair, I think it was.
I don't want anybody chasing me.
I go through the spook house when I'm a kid, and somebody like taps me on the shoulder, and I busted them in the nose. You know what I mean? And one time I had this camera flash device. And I was like, I told my cousin, I said, you know what? They come out at us, I'm going to blind their ass. And that guy come out at me, and I fired off his flash. And he was like, oh my God. And like I was like, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Anyway, so I'm not a fan of that. But that's what I think. I think that's what that is to us. You know what I mean? But, I don't know. Here's what we need to do. Let's change the subject ever so slightly. We need to go to one of those Orlando Informer meetups. It's where they rent out Universal. You pay $100 something a person or whatever. It's kind of like a party or a late whatever at Disney World. What do you call it? After hours.
Oh, okay.
But for 5 or 6 hours, food's included, and you can ride all the rides with like a limited crowd, and like
that's what we need to do.
Neat. I don't think they hadn't done it at Epcot. Did we wear costumes? We did not this time. We may when we're back. We're going to go to the party probably on the 30th of October because we like to trick or treat at our hotel on the 31st. I've got my fingers crossed too. When we fly out on the 3rd of November, it'll be at like 5:30 in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. And they should have the Christmas stuff going up at Magic Kingdom by then. So I got us
to see that.
On our agenda. I've got us going to the Magic Kingdom that morning to see if the Christmas stuff's up before we leave.
No, Jeremy wore this with his...
I wore this for our tour.
Yeah,
and then I put on my Zero shirt.
Oh, that's right. Zero
for
shirt.
The
I
party.
made me and my mom a shirt that says, we go together like pumpkin and pie. And it had the Mickey and Minnie head on it. And then Joanna wore her...
She had a Jack and Sally skirt, but she bought an Avatar tail at Animal Kingdom and wore it the entire trip.
It's the best thing we've ever bought at Disney that she has.
So
she had it on earlier.
We've talked about. I really want to dress up as J. Thaddeus Toad,
but I want to do a family thing.
She wants to do a family thing, so.
Or we could be the hitchhiking ghost.
That might be kind of funny.
That would be cute
if we could make it look right.
I'm not putting makeup on my face.
Did I send you the Slinky Dog?
Yes.
A husband and wife dressed up as Slinky Dog and had an actual slinky between them.
Slinky between them.
It was funny.
One of them was like the head part of it. The other one was the butt. It was so funny. But I seen a family. They did Hercules. Like they did all the main people from Hercules. But she had a big family too. But I don't know. Well, I want us to do something family wise. Jeremy wants to do whatever he does. But Joanna wanted us to dress up as Star Wars characters, which is fine, but I feel like we need to do something Magic Kingdom related because we're going to be at Magic Kingdom.
I would like to maybe go one year for May the 4th to Hollywood Studios and like go all out.
Because she wants me to be Rey.
I'd like to be Obi-Wan Kenobi.
And she wants to dress up as BB-8. Yeah, BB-8. I think that's what she said. But I just don't want to dress up like that at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, it wouldn't be it needs to be more classic.
Yeah.
Whatever at Magic Kingdom. That's why I want to be J. Thaddeus.
Well, you find something that will match with us.
Well, like people wouldn't get it. I was gonna say you could dress up as some sort of Pooh character.
I was gonna say
he took over the.
I could be Owl.
Mr. Toad. They took over his ride.
Yeah.
But I don't think people would get it.
Probably not. Unless they were like OGs.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll think of something.
What? Let's see. Brooke, look what I got.
Do you like Nightmare Before Christmas, Brooke?
I don't think she does anything Halloween.
Oh.
But I got the mayor. Oh.
I keep thinking that thing's going to fall off. Is that how you open it? How do you open it? I've never even tried.
I hadn't either.
I bet you have to keep turning that.
I don't want to break it.
Okay.
I'll figure it out later.
Alright.
Something's happened.
I have been informed that she wants to come in here at the end.
We'll give her in a minute. We'll tell her
Okay.
to come. But anyway, we may dress up. But if I dress up, I don't want to go like all out. You know what I mean? Because like I don't want to be restricted to not being able to do anything because we got on a slinky between us or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like y'all can't get on the barnstormer. Take that slinky off. So I don't know.
But we'll think of something. Of course, we could always be Jack and Sally and Zero.
True.
But I would definitely want to meet them if we did that. We would definitely have to. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're going to do.
Have a good night, Kenny.
Thanks for joining us. I don't know if you heard that. Thanks for joining us. But yeah.
The next problem I had or have when I like sometimes at night I'll live stream when we're there, and what I do, I got a gimbal for the YouTube phone that's in horizontal so that like people on TV can watch it and all that, and then for TikTok I've got a little side phone holder that goes on the gimbal handle this way, but the heat it kills these phones. That's why my phone went dead this past time. But it will overheat, and that's like, my God, how do you prevent that from happening? And I guess I understand why some of these live streamers I watch stay in a lot of the inside stores and all that. And I'm like, go somewhere, but they probably can't. You know what I mean? Their stuff's probably overheating.
Maybe that's
so,
why.
I don't know.
There's probably no answer to that.
I guess call her in here. You showed them our candy, I think.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Could tell her to bring her wand.
Wand.
Her starlight wand.
Oh, yeah. Good call. The Starlight Parade is very neat. I think it was a needed thing in Magic Kingdom, and I hope they do it for quite some time. I'm sure they will, because those floats, there's no telling what some of them things cost.
Oh, I'm sure. It was nice. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, if anything I would change would be there was one group of dancers in particular, you cannot see them at all. Mm-hmm. It's so dark. They need some sort of light on them, whether it's off a float, or I think on the Main Street Electrical Parade, there was one particular group that held up this canopy of a thing with lights on it. I think that would fix that problem. But like you could not see them at all. And that's the main thing I would change.
Joanna's going to join us.
Joanna has arrived.
Yep, with my starlight wand.
With her starlight wand.
Turn around and scoot in.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. There you go.
So this thing we had researched. It blows bubbles. It changes colors, but during the parade, the color on the wand will coincide with the float. But also, if somebody's near you, and let's say she's got hers on blue.
Yeah.
And they got theirs on green, she can point hers at theirs and hit a button, and it'll change their color to her color. It's wild.
So
Yeah.
you want to show them how it lights up?
Yep.
Maybe not do the bubbles, just do the... Okay. So it lights up, almost like a lightsaber. And then she pushes a button that's on the front, and it changes the colors, right?
Mm-hmm.
She can change the colors. There's a whole bunch of settings for it, so... pretty cool. And then there's some bubbles that come out at the top. I'm gonna do the bubble part of it.
Alrighty.
Here it goes. And so it lights up as it takes a second. Oh, there it comes. I don't know how good y'all can see that, but
Oh my God.
But it blows out bubbles like crazy. And this is what we see at Disney all the time.
But I'll give it to them. That's neat.
That is really neat.
I think with our pass holder discount or whatever, it was about $28.
Yeah, it's like $28.
Yeah.
But I guess we need two of them so we could at home change our color.
True.
But one knows it's a joke.
But she likes it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty neat.
She's been bubbling us all afternoon.
Did you bring your tail to show them?
Oh,
Nope.
Nope, it's in her. It's in her room.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Next week we'll show them.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
show 'em.
next week.
Why's your cheeks red?
Because I've been playing on my VR headset.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
She's been playing on her VR headset.
So, did you like Saratoga Springs?
Yep.
What all did you like about it?
Everything.
It was really big, wasn't it? And it was good to be able to walk to Disney Springs.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of the Halloween party?
The parade.
Very loud.
Sorry.
The parade.
Yep, that was fun.
And we got a lot of candy.
Yeah. Like
Lots.
a million pieces.
Which part of the parade do you like the most? Like which section of people?
I don't know.
I like the grave diggers.
I would have to say the Grave Diggers are probably one of my favorites.
I actually like the part when Tally came out.
Oh, you like the dancers?
The dancers.
Yeah.
Like the Haunted Mansion dancers.
Yeah.
Also, what are those little skeleton people that play the band? What are they called?
Skeleton
The
band or
skeleton
whatever,
band.
yeah.
I like them a lot too. They're really funny. Then of course, gotta love Ursula.
Yeah. And Cruella the Vil.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Cruella, if you watched that live stream I did, she came out on Main Street for quite a good while.
Yeah.
And interacted with kids and this, that, and other, and strutted her stuff and all that. I thought that was very neat. And from what I've read, multiple villains came out down different like sections of Main Street and, did similar stuff. So that's pretty neat. I think the more they do that, the more I like it.
The only thing I wish is that they would have Max come all the way down Main Street instead of just stopping right at the end.
It's weird because he comes out like in Frontierland right at Liberty Square area, but then goes basically back in, and then he comes out and just goes down Main Street and goes back in. It wouldn't take much for him to just include Liberty Square and then go ahead and go to the end of the parade route, but I'm sure they got their reasons, but it's kind of weird.
I'm sure, but Joanna really wanted to see him while we were at the end of Main Street, but don't keep that baby. But he didn't come around that corner, did he?
I wanted to see the parade.
Yeah, I know. But we did see the parade. We just didn't get to see Max do his dance.
What do you think? Tell them about Test Track.
Test Track was really fast.
Let me hold this.
65 miles an hour.
Yep.
You loved it, didn't you?
Yep. It's the fastest ride of all Walt Disney World. And I just rode it like it was nothing.
You sure did. You rode it like a champ. It was fun.
Yeah.
What about Coral Reef Restaurant?
Yeah, it was really cool. But here's some about Test Track.
Okay.
It's kind of like Dinosaur with like sharp turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was still fun.
Yeah.
Did you get to see all the fish while you were eating lunch?
Yep. At Coral Reef. Yep.
What else was new that we did? This time. You had to go to the barnyard for the last time before they closed.
The boneyard.
The boneyard, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What else you got to tell them?
That's it.
That's it.
I guess we'll wrap this thing up. Thank y'all for watching.
Thanks
I will
for
try to go through some
watching.
videos this weekend and pop some more out from different stuff we did, but it was fun. If y'all got any stuff you want to hear about or see, let us know because I videoed a ton of stuff. And if not, we'll see y'all, I reckon, next Thursday when we go live. Thanks for tuning in. We did almost 2 hours. That's crazy.
Yep.
Bye.
It was a good trip.
Bye.